Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the latest installment of Dogs of. Hang on, who are you two? I'm trying to work here.
Who are we? Who the hell are you?
We are the people who introduced this show.
Well, not according to my paycheck and those two writers over there.
If you know what's good for you, you will take your flat tea drinking ass and get out of our booth before I get to stomping.
That's a friendly warning. You don't want things to turn ugly, guy.
Turn ugly? It looks like she went 12 hard rounds with Riddick Bowe using a bat.
That's it. Monica, hold my purse. This guy's head is going through that window.
You do you, Layla. He did do a pretty good job of describing you, though. I always struggle with what to say. Hey, peeps. Welcome to episode 9 of Dogs of War, the worst day in his story.
That's a dumb title.
Hey, Petey, how's it going? Is your eye better now?
Oh, hey, man, it's all good now, bro. I had some steak in the fridge, which helped a lot.
I hear you, mate. A good steak with peppercorn sauce always makes me feel a bit better.
I didn't eat it, you frickin' cockbag. I used it to reduce the swelling.
Mate, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want an honest answer. Are you actually from the 1850s? Get an ice pack, you bell.
I'm a belle? Have you seen your face and personality? Anyway, you never texted me back last week. How was your date with Kathy?
Yeah, it was fine, mate. Thank you for asking.
Damn, bro, I'm sorry. Was it really that bad? I expected you to blow it, but not this badly.
Hang on, why did you expect me to blow it? I swear it was fine, mate.
Bro, you lie worse than the government. What happened? Come on, spill the bees.
Hold up a minute. Did you say bees?
Yes, bro, it's your best mate, Petey. Spill the bees.
It's beans, you spanner. Why would it be bees?
You're dead wrong, genius. It is taken from the film B movie. In that Jerry Seinfeld's character always tells the truth. Why would anybody care if you spilled beans?
You really are your own category of special. I swear, sometimes it's like I'm talking to a hippo with a massive head injury. It's beans, trust me.
Potato, tomato, bro, come on. Tell me what happened.
Well, it started off really well.
You mean she showed up?
Exactly, mate. We ended up going to that new sushi place in the village. We sat there talking and everything was going great.
So she was talking, you was pretending to listen while trying not to look down her top.
What kind of guy do you think I am, mate? I heard about 30%. Well, it was my first time eating sushi. It turns out I have a very bad reaction to wasabi.
Oh no, bro, what happened?
Well, I'm sure there was no carrots in the meal, but there was a hell of a lot of what looked like them over Kathy's face and dress when I instantly vomited her way.
Damn, bro, I'm so sorry.
Oh, mate, I'm just setting the scene. I haven't got to the bad part yet. Do you remember me telling you about the rather large, sex-crazed woman on my route that creeps me out every time I deliver there?
Is that the one you refer to as the disgusting walrus on heat?
I don't remember using those words, but yes, that one.
I distinctly recall you saying that because after I kept asking for her address and you said no.
Anyway, well, it turns out that her favourite restaurant is that very sushi place. She came over to the table and started with the usual stuff, she says, but much worse. Even insinuating we had done things together. I was so worried Kathy would believe her, and I kinda lost it.
Did you do things with her?
Seriously, mate, I wouldn't touch her with yours.
Just checking. So what did you do?
You have to remember, this is my dream girl I'm with. She is covered in my puke, and this pervy manatee is keeping on, saying more disgusting stuff with every word. Anyone would have lost it.
Broseph, what did you do?
Well, I may have lightly stuck a wooden skewer into her boob.
Damn, are you serious?
I didn't mean to. I was actually aiming for her kneecap and just missed.
Bro, I'll have to call the Guinness World Records to check, but it may be the worst first date in history.
Not finished, mate.
Really? There's more. That's awesome.
I'm glad my pain is amusing you, mate. Well, you've met my boss, remember?
How could I forget? Willie Stroker. Possibly my favorite name I've ever heard. What about him?
The very same. Well, I hadn't noticed he was sitting in a booth there. He saw the whole thing and instantly fired me for stabbing a loyal customer.
No way, bro.
Not my proudest moment, but I took a swing at his big Willie Stroker face.
That's my boy. I never liked that weird name freak anyway.
Well, I forgot to say, The chef and his wife had come over to deal with all the commotion and minor bleeding,
Oh no, bro. Don't tell me you did what I think you did.
and there was still quite a bit of vomit on the floor.
You are going to tell me what I think, aren't you?
Well, I kind of slipped when I swung at him, missed, and ended up hitting the chef square in the nuts. Then I smacked off the floor, and that's when the panty liners dropped out of my shirt.
Dude, what?
It's your fault. You got in my head about how much I was sweating last time I met Kathy at the convention. So I strategically taped some to the worst offending areas. They all dropped out. So I'm lying on the floor in a puddle of puke, recently fired, with a bloody nose from hitting the ground, panty liners all round me. Kathy just stands up, says it has been an interesting night but has to go and shower my dinner off her, and that she will call me when she is back in town. As the door closes behind her perfect body, I turn to see the chef grab a cleaver to come at me. So I ran into the bathroom and jumped out the window and headed home.
Bro, it kind of went from being hilarious to just being genuinely sad.
Yeah, mate, it was definitely a thing. Anyway, I have a job interview later today and wanted to know if you still had those nose plugs you were trying to sell a few months back.
There's maybe a couple lying around here somewhere. What the hell is the job for?
They are looking for someone to join the cleaning team at the sewage plant.
Seriously, you are trying to get a job cleaning crap at a place that's full of crap.
I'll take anything at the moment, mate. I'm still paying for wrestling school and the new gear I had made.
I keep saying, bro, you should come and work with me. Me and you together, we'd be unstoppable.
Thanks, mate, but don't take this the wrong way. I'm not totally sure what you do. Plus, most of the time you are borrowing money from me. How would that work if there's two of us?
I keep telling you, bro, I'm an entrepreneur. Anyway, I'll definitely find you some.
Many thanks go for Scroat. I'll pick them up on my way to the interview, mate.
I always got you, dude. Oh, by the way, any chance you could get my bill? I'm a little light.
Hey, you can go in. She is ready for you now. A little word of advice beforehand. Stay clear of how she looks and smells, a lot like cow dung, and you'll be fine. I should have warned the previous interviewee. Man, I hate cleaning up blood.
Please take a seat. Is it okay if I call you Barry?
Thank you. Yes, of course, that's fine.
Thank you for coming in, Barry. I'm Bernie Snatch, but most people just call me Cyst,
Cyst?
short for cystitis. Well, I am the supervisor at this here plant. I maintain a well-run operation here. We do the necessary jobs nobody else will do to help the local community. If you aren't willing to work hard as part of this family, then you can leave now. How do you feel about that?
I'm not afraid of hard work and would love the opportunity to give back to the community.
Well, that is good to hear. This isn't going to be your typical interview. I like to gauge your character and how you would fit into my crew.
Okay, that seems good.
Before that, though, tell me briefly about your last job and why you left, please.
Well, I was a delivery driver for big dog deliveries. I worked there for just over a year. And I decided to leave due to a lack of options for progression in the company. And I wanted to further my career.
Really? So you didn't stab a customer in the boobs and then try to hit your boss?
Ah, well, I think stab is a bit strong. It was more of a prod. How do you know that?
My brother Harry Snatch is best friends with Willie Stroker. They stopped by earlier, and he saw your name on my list. He told me everything.
Right. May I ask why you still agreed to see me then?
Honestly, I'm just sorry you didn't connect with that big dumb Willie Stroker face. I cannot stand the man, so thought we at least had one thing in common. And don't get me started on his stupid name, Willie Stroker, please. You would have thought he'd have realized how dumb it sounds and changed it by now.
Oh, yeah, totally. What a complete asshole.
Careful, he's my brother's best friend, you know. Now my first question gives me the biggest insight in how you will fit in around here. Who is your favorite Spice Girl?
Oh, is there a sporty one? I'll say her, as I'm quite sporty too.
Interesting. That's the first sporty I have ever had. A lot of scary people come through here, you know. What sports do you like?
I like most of them. Really like football or soccer, as you'd call it. I'm a big Nottingham Forest fan, and I am actually a wrestler in my spare time.
I wouldn't call it that. I'd call it boring as hell. Wrestling, hey? You mean jumping around in sparkly tights?
That's not how I would describe it, but I guess so.
The moment you walked in, I thought you looked like someone who wore tights a lot. So if you was a flavor of ice cream, which would you be?
Ice cream? I don't know, maybe raspberry ripple.
Raspberry Ripple, really. I would have put money on it being pistachio. You look like you love nuts. You think you can read someone? So if you was a superhero, which one would you be?
Oh, I guess either Wolverine or Flash, maybe.
Damn, I am completely off today. I had already written down Squirrel Girl.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say now.
This is the final question and most important one to see how you will fit in here. So please think carefully before you answer it, okay?
Yes, of course. I always think carefully when I am asked something.
Righty-ho. Are you comfortable spending your days constantly smelling and being surrounded by huge amounts of shot?
I guess so. I thought that would be part of the job before I applied for it. Plus, I am from Birmingham, so I've had a lot of training.
Great. Can you start tomorrow? Let's say 8 a.m.?
I can do the morning. I have a booked wrestling seminar in the afternoon. I've paid for, so need to attend. But shouldn't we talk about pay and all that before I start?
Minor details, sugar. We can sort all that out tomorrow. I will see you in the morning. Hello, Bernie Snatch.
Hey, bro. I got you a whiskey as commiseration. I'm sorry about the interview.
You know, I don't drink, so that is clearly for you. And I got the job numb nuts. I start tomorrow.
Wow, I owe Kenny $20. So congratulations, bro. You officially have the worst job in the city.
That is so not true. I can think of at least 3 jobs off the top of my head, much worse.
You know, you gotta name them, dude.
Okay. Number 1. The guy that has to sit through and edit all the episodes of The Housewives of Long Island.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Luke.
Number 2. A hooker who solely caters to overweight councilmen who sweat pastrami.
Bro, that is very specific. What do you know that I don't?
Another time, mate. And congrats for not laughing at me saying number 2. You are finally growing up.
Suck my hairy sack. So what is that 3?
Well, that is the person who has to shave and bleach your ungodly ring piece.
Go screw yourself, ass pirate.
Do most nights, mate. I find it relaxing. Anyway, I'm off. Gonna work out then, back home to cry myself to sleep. Have an early start tomorrow. Catch you later, mate. Hi, Mum. How are you today?
Hello, Barry. It is your mother.
I know. Your number comes up when you ring. I even said, hello, Mum.
Well, how is my favourite boy doing today?
I'm your only boy, but I'm okay. I got a new job today. Just finished at the gym. All good. How's everyone there?
We are okay. Your dad lost his favourite pair of underwear at the supermarket yesterday, but why have you got a new job?
I just decided I needed a change. It was a little boring. How the hell did he lose his underwear?
He had dropped some tea on his pants and decided to air dry them round the freezer section of Tesco's. You know the usual, Mo. So you didn't stab a sex-crazed customer in the baps with a skewer then?
What?
I think the bigger question is, why are you stabbing people? That's not how I raised you.
It was obviously an accident. And no, I think the biggest question is, why are you speaking with Petey?
Well, we chat every week for a catch-up. He's a lovely young man. I'm glad you have him as a friend.
No, he's not. But it's too late to get into that now. I have an early start in the morning.
Okay, dear. I just wanted to make sure my baby boy was all right.
Thanks, Mom. I'm okay, I promise.
Before I go, your dad wanted me to ask you, how does he get the different football games on the TV? He said he pushed the red button, but nothing happened.
Tell him it's the red button on the remote, not the actual TV. I've told him that many times before.
Thank you, dear. Have a good night's sleep. Love you, Barry.
Love you, Mum. I'll call you, I promise.
Wow. Just when you thought he couldn't be any more of a loser.
I hope it turns around for him. But I don't fancy his new job. A sewage plant. No, thank you.
I know what you mean. That's what I imagine being around your Uncle Jim for a while is like.
Oh, hell no. At least he is allowed to walk by schools, unlike most of your male relatives.
Those are just rumors, you know that.
No smoke without fire, ho. Please join us again for the next episode of Dogs of War. Let's hope Barry's life doesn't get so low that he ends up on a date with Layla.
I was going to offer to share my Skittles with you. Not anymore. Peace and love, everyone.